Hi everyone, I'm Ariel and welcome to days 8 through 11 of Ethany's 31 Day Tarot Challenge. I've been having so much fun with this and I'm really excited to keep going for all 31 days. So the question for day 8 is, what were the first 3 tarot spreads that you learned? So pretty basic, the 3-card spread. So mind, body, spirit, or past, present, future. I didn't really like the 3-card spread too much to start out. The first spread I learned, it was just kind of something I put together and then I've added onto it. So I just have a card, which I guess you could call it the significator card. I just use it to represent where the client is right now. And then I would have 3 situation cards. The situation cards, they don't really mean anything in terms of like their exact position in the spread. Like there's no like mind, body, spirit here. It's just what the situation is, what you need to know about the situation, that kind of thing. And then a few months after I just started doing that, I would use the shadow card. So that's the card on the bottom of the deck. And that would just give me the overall theme of the reading. And kind of tie it all together, the subconscious part of it. So pretty basic, nothing too exciting, no Celtic cross or like mandala spreads or anything like that. Just pretty basic, kind of boring. So let's move on to day number 9. The question is, what would you say is your favorite tarot card right now and why? Is it the artwork, the meaning, or both? So my favorite tarot cards right now, I picked 2. I recently got the Osho Zen Tarot and I have fallen in love. I have beyond fallen in love. It's just like everything I need to hear, everything I needed to know, just the synchronicity. It is just so amazing and so beautiful and so empowering and enriching and fulfilling and telling. So I really love this deck. But the favorite cards, the first one is the 8 of Water, which is letting go. And this card, there's a drop of water on a lotus leaf, and it's at that poignant moment where, you know, it's trembling from fear of falling over the edge and letting go and being, you know, part of the communal pool beneath it. And I drew this and it was just so beautiful. So I really love the 8 of Water from Osho Zen. The other one is the Maturity card, which is the Ace of Rainbows from the Osho Zen Tarot. This card right now is my favorite card because, one, I've been pulling it a lot since I got this deck. I didn't get it too long ago, but it's like this card and this theme has been coming up for me in my personal life over and over. I love the artwork. Oh gosh, there you go. I love the artwork. I think it's so beautiful. It has all of the seasons in it. And I had seen something today on Facebook that it was like, there's no flower that blooms all season, pretty much was the gist of it. But I feel like in my personal life, I'm coming to a point of maturity and in every possible way, maturing as a tarot reader, maturing as a woman, maturing just as a human being. And the fact that I'm constantly getting this card, you know, while all of this is going on, it's just so synchronistic and just so gorgeous. And I'm in love. So letting go and maturity are my favorite cards right now. I also like the letting go card because I'm at a point of letting go. In my maturing, I have to let go in order to mature. So I just... Osho, thank you. Osho Zen Tarot, thank you. But these are my 2 favorite cards right now. Yay! Love these guys. Okay, So the question for day 10, what is the card that I don't want to see pop up in a reading and why? I don't have that much of a personal aversion to the card just like looking at it, but if it popped up in a reading for me, I think I'd be concerned and like maybe not really want that card to be there and like pick another one, as I think maybe we all sometimes do. I've gotten a lot better at it. I don't do it so much anymore, but I have done it. I won't lie. And I think this card in general, a lot of people, it's kind of a scary image and a lot of people are just nervous about it, but I think it can bring about really good things and really good realizations. So if you haven't figured out what it is by now, this card is the infamous Tower. And the tower, you know, looks super scary, all the lightning, the people falling out, you know, of the tower, out of the building, and the flames and the sparks and the steep, you know, drop below. I don't mind the card in the sense that, yes, some things are unavoidable and some things are just swift and strike like lightning and, you know, sudden change. I mean, that's just a fact of life. It's a part of life. And we all know it's there, but we don't like to experience it necessarily, but it can bring us to a really, really good place sometimes. Sometimes when we can't make a decision for ourselves, the tower will come in and say, oop, you've been waiting too long. Bam, here it is. And it's kind of hard to, you know, deal with that sometimes. You know, it's not always pleasant. I mean, look at the steep drop they got going on, and it's a scary thing. It's a sudden, shocking thing. But I think by the time it happens, it's over. Like, it's just that bam, like that initial moment. The consequences, you know, may last a little longer, but the moment I feel like it's almost instantaneous. Like, it'll sneak up on you and you can't prepare for it. But the good part of the tower is that the foundation is still there and you can build on it, but it is not one of my favorite cards to see in a reading. I don't think it's that, it's, I think the card in itself is just meant to make your psyche a little bit like, ah, you know, so yeah, that's probably the card I least like to see pop up in a reading. So the question for day number 11 is, what card did I pull the most in 2015 and why do I think that is the case? There's two. One for the first half of 2015 and one for the second half of 2015. That's just kind of how it happened for me. The first half of 2015, I kept getting this card and I was mad. And I kept thinking that I was doing the work and so that this wouldn't happen and all of that. And it just kept coming up over and over and over again. And I'm like, oh my God, like, I thought I've dealt with this and you just keep coming up. Like, what am I not getting? And that card is the Four of Pentacles. This baby, he was all over the place for me. And like, I don't want to say every day, but out of 7 days in a week, he was there at least 4 or 5 of those days in the first half of 2015. And I was mad. I just wanted him to go away. Eventually he did, but he popped up every chance he could. The second card that popped up for me the most in 2016, oh, I keep saying 2016, gosh, I'm supposed to be saying 2015 and not 2016, like we're still in 2015. Okay, the second card that popped up the most for me in 2015, for the second half of 2015, I guess she's kind of been there all year, but really strongly in the second half of 2015, no matter what deck I used, for me and for my clients as well. The Empress was all over the place, and everywhere she went, she was talking about self-love and nurturing and self-care, and that was just such a big theme for the last half of 2015, for me and for those that I read for. But the Empress and the Four of Pentacles. These babies were like a couple all over my readings, all over my bedspread, all over, you know, my reading cloth, all over my floor, anywhere I lay cards, my lap, anywhere. These babies were there. So, yeah. I'm Ariel, and I hope you guys continue to keep watching and enjoying learning about me as a tarot reader, me as a person. If you are interested in getting in on the challenge, I will leave a link at the little box underneath of this video. Feel free to let me know if you are participating in the challenge. I would love to converse with you all. I've seen some of your all's videos, and they are just fantastic, and I love getting to know you and your different personalities and